win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Dropping back, it's Dyer. He's got him. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times...
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season.
Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 10, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kearney. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hayes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter.
Picked off. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go. And this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
He'll bring it out. It's Kearney. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we've got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Here comes the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Makes the catch. It's Kearney. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Quarterback keeper. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Floats it out in space. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes...
Looking for the end zone. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Bringing it back. He stopped at the 19-yard line. A big play there to get the pick and take it back inside the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. And this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for...
Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking to scramble. Throwing on the run. He's got it inside the 30. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Going for it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And as a defense, you just went, whoo, he just dodged a bullet. Not great coverage. An opportunity for them to get a touchdown, and it goes right through his hands. Little bit of lack of concentration, and that cost him 6 points.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Offense facing 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Trying to get the corner. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. He's already got 46 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Look out, he's got room. They make the stop, but not before the chains move, and the Wildcat formation pays off. Here's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
He hurls one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be a...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Kearney. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. First play of the period, first down here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He tries to take the top off. Snatches it on the right. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. Another Another big completion for the Sooners, and that's right in keeping with that legacy of great quarterbacks.
Just dudes that can spin it. The offense is always fun. It's always fun.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And, man, that is a huge play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. On the very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play.
Fires to the right, and it's his fourth interception.
Man, I'm quitting this shit in the third quarter, man. That quarterback, he young, he's bad. Damn guy, he shit wide open and took him forever to damn, like he blitzed out trying to throw this shit.
Onto the field again. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Little touch pass to the receiver. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How the hell my guy glitches out trying to throw it, man? Like I'm double clutching like 16 damn times.
All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Henderson. On the nasty move, and now he's got room.
Get hit stick. He zips out of the hit stick. I ain't never seen that.
They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space.
Yeah, I'm quitting this in the third quarter, bro. There's no way I'm going to play this. This man damn had a beam on and had him set up, bro.
So far in this game, in the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to
had
do
a beam
it
on
with
the dog,
efficiency,
and he down ran for the quarterback.
Staying on the field.
No
You saw
play
another
well.
great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Henderson. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those who have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team.
Touchdown Sooners! Special teams proving to be special.
No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Auburn offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Sends it back in motion. On the snap, it's Denson. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll let it go to the left. And it's incomplete.
And that's no way he let him free release. That's crazy.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game.
Oh, my God. That's the animation on this. Well, good God Almighty. I know they ain't finna pull no thingy like that, though. This man was there, and the animal. Oh, my gosh. All right, that's what we're going to do, EA. Man, that's all good. Gee.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
He animated that.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And you can tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You gonna leave that open? Okay, I'm gonna take it right now.
Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. On the move. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Trying to burn this defensive back.
Man, they got to stop this cheating shit, man. This man completely stopped, dog. On the man, how the
through the crowd, and he'll house it.
boy?
Touchdown, Auburn!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They made it second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Let's go! Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Kearney. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Bulldozes his way through. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Hayes. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Touchdown Sooners! Fitted in the window for the score. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Dyer. Deep throw off his back foot. Makes a catch at the 20.
Yeah, drop boost, dog. All they do is drop back and having this guy going to go every damn play, and my guy can't keep up with him, dude. That is damn ridiculous.
That coverage bust on defense. There is
that
no
is ridiculous.
rhyme or reason why a receiver should be
that's the weakest stuff on the game,
that
dog.
deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Weak.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Pressure coming. They get to him, and boy, did this defense need that.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He'll get rid of it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wants to change this route. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Kearney. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads it left. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the 2nd half as Auburn about to kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Kearney. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that is proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're
turning it on. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. Oh, better look out. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hayes.
My job as offensive coordinator is to find my guys, find my playmakers, find my guys that can win one-on-one when they get an opportunity, and that I can get them the ball and they can make something happen. He's one of those guys, and that's why I'm going to continue to force feed him.
Off play action. It's complete on the right side. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
They pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On the direct snap, it's Barnes. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Snap to the back. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with
fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Gosh, man. This shit is fucking bullshit, dog. This game is fucking trash, dog. I'm fucking done, dog.
Scratch crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the first down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security, it still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips,
fucking done, dog.
forearms,
I'm not going to play this shit.
Moving forward
not
in
finna
this
play
game,
this bullshit.
Gotta do a better job because this defense, they're going to be trying
That's
to
the
rip
fucking
the
way
ball
this
free.
game supposed to fucking go, man. So be it. You got this shit.
Now the
Fucking
second play of
bullshit,
the drive
man.
from the 36. to throw. It's Dyer. Hauls it in.
That's the way fucking shit's supposed to be in fucking so fucking good. Fucking trash ass game.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession.
Shit is wild, dog. All that driving for the man a damn strip from the
last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. He'll pull it down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught in the backfield, it's Robbins. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Cross. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. To the air. It's Dyer. Gets it out quickly. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. That pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Spits it out to the back. Connects it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 11 to NC State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is the guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Got it in the middle, it's Kearney. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he makes the extra point. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls fall incomplete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Moves around to clear up the vision. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Back to pass, it's Dyer. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Breaks into the open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Denson. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You get me out again, dog. They gonna got winning motion. I couldn't move nobody. Man, this game is horrible, dog. Y'all find this glitch stuff, man, and damn bring with it. That man went in motion. I couldn't change nobody. I couldn't move nobody. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
To start the season.
More glitch stuff, man. Jeez.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position.
Got a glitch to win it out, man.
Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Nowhere close.
Glitching the shit out. Running glitch ass down. Glitch ass defenses and shit.
Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Don't drop that shit. Like, man, what the fuck, man? There's nothing I can do with this shit, man.
And
I threw the ball down so he don't have to jump. His ass jumped for no reason, man.
We're in the second half, but we
no reason for him to jump. He still damn jump.
Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the
quarterback can't damn throw the football. Can't, man, wide the fuck open. Wide the fuck open. Sitting in the pocket. Ain't no pressure. And still just bomb the fucking
working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He spins that thing down the middle.
This bitch ass motherfucking quarterback here, stupid bitch.
Interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which color jerseys?
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. They just keep firing. Going downfield for the big play. And he's got it inside the 25. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Fires to the middle. He got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw. Touchdown Sooners! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Caught behind the line. It's Davidson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
it's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Fires toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. He wants a big play here late. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Cross. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On the direct snap, it's Denson. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Kearney. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Got his man. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Oklahoma! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Sam Houston is currently up big right now. I got to think Huntsville, Texas is ready to party long into the night. They're up 14 over USF. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Cross. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Got enough for the first down.
Dude, I promise you, dog, I know these guys' situation awareness ain't that bad, dog. This dude come down, he's in the play. I got him in the play to make the play. His ass takes off and runs somewhere else. It's crazy.
Everybody around him doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around him got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
42.
He'll start the return inside his 25. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Swings it out to his running back. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll go to the air on third and short. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. He's looking deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He's looking to pass. Looking to get it in. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Now on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there knocking that ball down on second down.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown Sooners! And the comeback is on.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And with 5 seconds left, this one to send us to overtime. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The final grains of sand were about to disappear from the hourglass, and just in the nick of time, they tie it up. Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Here we go, here we go. To the air on 2nd down. Dumps it to the back. He makes the grab. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
1st and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. If he runs this back, this game's over. Inside
I promise you, man, this game is so fucking bad, dog.
He's at the 20. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was...